Hey guys, I'm Red, and welcome back to Building a City in Lego. And what are we doing this week? Well, for starters, we're gonna put our brand new Jazz Club into position. I already have the Mills plate ready, because I figured you guys didn't want to see that. And a lot of roads need to be added. And another modular building will go here, but I'm not telling you what goes there yet. So let me get this Jazz Club on this Mills plate, and we'll get started right away. Alright, so I got everything all tiled off. It's all connected, all flush with the Mills plate. I might switch that out actually now that I see it, but everything's on here. Of course, just the first floor for now, but it all looks nice. Everything looking flush. Back alley hill here is still in this dark bluish gray color. And you can't kind of see the plate there, so I might switch that or figure out something to do with that, because that bothers me a little bit. But I think we got it. And in the original set, these two 2x2 flat tiles were black, but I switched them out for dark gray just to make it look better, because now it looks like it actually is a part of the street instead of like a weird shadow. Alright guys, so here is the update, and it just looks really, really nice. Oh my god. You can see the newsstand is kind of squished there, so I'm not sure how she's gonna get out, but oh my god, look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh man, everything on Mills, everything flush. The sidewalk is all looking nice. This is just gorgeous. So here's the situation we're in now, right? We got this all looking good. I got my next Mills plate there. And I lined up some more roads. I think this would make sense. Instead of going any more off the table, we could just have a curve there. But I only have a couple more of these 16 by 16 plates. In the, Lego classic style, of course. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna take this, do this. I'm gonna combine the roads with the bugle, and then we'll see how it turns out. This should work, but it might just get really heavy with massive modular building and the road. Guess we'll see how it works. All right, so I got the bugle on the 48 plate, right? Newsstand isn't there yet. And for one, I don't have enough these 4x4 dark gray plates to fill this up. So now it's kind of awkward that there's just this big 16 wide gap that we could put a road, but I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of that. And then if we do keep it like this, then we'll have to move the Jazz Club over to a 48 too, because then it won't look right. Or, what we could do, we could keep this on a 48, and then we'll move the newsstand around, make sure these two are flush together when this goes on a 48, and then have a bigger sidewalk. Maybe you could add like, greenery, plants and grass, whatever. Just more life, more earth, I guess, might be the right word. But we can hook the road around, or not do that. Like I said, push those back and then, add life. And have the road go in front of it, maybe? I'm not sure. This is why I kind of want to see, this is why I want to see all of the trial and error, because I think this is an important process. Alright, so after making a huge mess of all the tiles and all the plates that we have scattered everywhere, and all the life, it's a mess, but I finally figured it out. I think I'm happy with this. Give it 8 studs, or I guess 7 after we place the walls in between the alley. But I think I like it. So let's get the bugle on here and see how it looks. Alright, so figured it out. And everything's all looking nice. It's all looking pretty. I just gotta put the 4x4 plates on this. Or the 4x8, but that's beside the point. And place this back in the city. Now it looks really empty. But I think this will work. I think this will look great. Alright, so when I was building this, I didn't even think about the fire escape. So you see how I made it like kind of basically flush with the plate? So now when I push the Jazz Club into its position, it won't go because there's this, maybe 4x4 gap. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Either tear out the floor and move it 5 that way, or tear out the fire escape and flip it. I don't know. I'll have to think on this one. So I was doing some testing, and I figured this out. I will just rip out this floor and this floor fire escape. Maybe that floor if we have to. but we'll just, you know, keep stacking it until it gets over the Jazz Club, and then maybe it'll just, you know, the fire escape will just go onto the roof, and then, you know, so it'll be like this, and then we'll just connect the ladder that came with the set onto the Jazz Club roof, and it'll be great. It'll look cool. You just gotta trust. See, look, that looks cool. And one more thing, I hate these empty studs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place planters all around this, and you know, the newsstand goes there, of course. We're gonna, you know, place some trees, place some flowers, you know, make it look nice. Tile this all off, and yeah, give it a nice little city feel. I hate parking lots too. So like this taxi here, this will just be driving on the road, because I don't really like building empty parking spots, because that doesn't make sense to me. Might be cool to have a parking spot ripped up by Sandman, but I doubt we're gonna be building parking lots in our city. All right guys, in terms of planters, what do we think about this? Because this is the kind of thing that I want in the city, a lot of these, because this is boring, right? Just dark gray and, you know, colored tile. Doesn't look very good, but this here is what looks good. Some of you will have like that there, have another one over here, have a tree in the corner. Might look cool, but you know, it's all just ideas right now. Of course, you know, you guys have a little say in the city too, so guess we'll just keep working, huh? All right guys, so this is really coming together. I'm really happy with this so far. I love those plants there. I love the planter, and of course we'll have two more. We'll have a tree. I added a street light and a stop and go sign. Added this crosswalk here on, of course, the Mills plate that we had from our last video. And on this gap here, it's actually perfect to have two road plates. So we will be able to take this 16 by 32 plate and just very easily Mills plate it, put the roads on there, and it'll look really, really nice. And we can't forget about the Jazz Club hiding back there. That will be on a 48 by 48 plate eventually. I might do that in the next video, but I'm not sure yet. Or the next city video, I mean. But I really like this so far. This is really nice. And here is our progress so far, and I really like it. All the different plants, the flowers, even the little details, like the street lamp and the stoplight, just the superhero fire hydrant. Got a grate there. We got the two Daily Bugle flowers out on the outside here. We have our newsstand to the left, and all these scattered jumper plates to place minifigures. So here's our current state of the Lego City. Have all of this as our centerpiece, the Daily Bugle. Just a little bit of life. We got minifigures, we got plants, we got, you know, a couple stories going on. And then we have the Jazz Club, which doesn't actually line up with the Bugle right now. But in our next video, I will get this all lined up, looking nice, on a road going this way, and put the Jazz Club on a 48 by 48 base plate. So here's kind of what I was thinking, right? This Jazz Club is going to go on this 48 by 48 base plate. I'm going to have a Lego store right here, and this 16 wide gap. And then I'll have all this here tiled off and add more flowers, more lights. You know how it is. And have the road coming all the way through here. And it'll look pretty cool. So the last thing we are going to do in this update is actually get this Jazz Club on the 48 by 48 base plate. So I will see you guys in about 2 seconds. So this is all we have time for this week, but we did get a lot done. It doesn't really look like it when I look at the whole table, but we added some minifigures, you know, make it look nice. We added some plants, and yeah. You know, put the Jazz Club on a new Mills plate, looking all nice. So next week what we'll do is we're gonna add some more tiles to try and get this all cleaned up. And yeah. If you enjoyed what we did this week, remember to always leave a like, subscribe, comment what you want to see in this city. And I hope you return again next week when we continue our Lego City.